As a former Jehovah's Witness, I always describe myself as being free from the cult. Free from oppression. Free from the indoctrination. But are any of us ever really free? It's difficult to know where to begin. I mean, it all feels like such a jumble. There's so much to tell. I just know I have to do this. It all started with watching the news. I really shouldn't have been doing that.
In late December 2019, a previously
Hey, Craig,
unidentified
give this a try.
coronavirus,
See what you think.
currently named as the 2019 novel coronavirus, emerged from Wuhan, China, and resulted in a
Judging by the fact you're not spitting it out, I'm assuming it's good.
Well, you know, we go for that sort of thing. Which I do.
In all the years we've been together, have you ever been disappointed in my cooking? The mushroom and cauliflower soup doesn't count. Thought so.
You know, when I was a Jehovah's Witness, they taught us that some men in Israel would divorce their wives over a meal like that cauliflower soup.
Well, joke's on them because we're not married, so you can't divorce me.
Touché.
And why would you remember that anyway?
Oh, believe me, there are far worse things than that to remember about being a Jehovah's Witness.
Fair point.
You've heard of those moments where something happens with absolutely perfect timing? Well,
And in a breaking story, the World Health Organization has officially declared a global pandemic surrounding the novel COVID-19 virus. Canada, like other countries, is closing its borders to travel in the hopes of stopping the spread.
Great. Now it's a pandemic.
well, hopefully it doesn't last too long.
Careful, you might jinx it.
As the pandemic wears on, more people are stocking up on supplies to levels that could only be described as hoarding. Retailers have seen their shelves completely emptied of various staples such as toilet paper, disinfectant wipes, and hand sanitizer. Masks are almost impossible to find, as are canned goods.
Oh my goodness. How much toilet paper can you possibly need?
People are so stupid.
We're all right for that stuff, right? Like, we're not short on toilet paper or anything like that.
I wouldn't worry about it.
I don't know, hun. I mean, we're 3 months into this thing, and it's getting worse. It's not getting any better.
Well, I mean, we're working from home, so we're safe as far as that goes. If the zombie apocalypse strikes, we can always run to the cabin.
I'm serious, Jen. I mean, back in my JW days, we were taught that stuff exactly like this would happen as the end of the world got closer.
But you don't believe that stuff anymore.
That doesn't mean it isn't scary.
Okay, well, you remember when World War I happened after that? The Spanish flu occurred? And it went away? It's going to be the same thing with this pandemic. It's going to go away. It's always been the same.
In the last days, people will be blindly going about their business. They'll be saying, things have always been that way.
Oh my goodness. Let me guess. They told you I would say that too?
That was really creepy accurate.
Okay, well, just remember that you have me now. I have you, okay? We're fine. It's not like that, okay? All that stuff that you're thinking about is ancient history.
Ancient. I'm not that old.
Actually, you are that old, and it's okay because I love you all the same. But seriously though, hon, you should try not to think about that stuff too much. You know what it can do to you, and what it's done to you in the past. Come to think of it though, we should probably get some more toilet paper.
Know this, that in the last days, critical hard times to deal with will be here.
Over 236,000 confirmed cases and
there will be food
6,664 deaths. Retailers have seen their shelves completely emptied of
For many
various
will be lovers
staples
of themselves,
to levels that could only be described as hoarding.
Betrayers, headstrong,
self-assuming,
unthankful,
disloyal,
having no
not
natural
open to
virtue,
any agreement.
disobedient to
For
parents,
nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom.
slanderers,
Fierce,
blasphemers,
without love of goodness, having
self-assuming,
no natural affection,
disloyal,
slanderers,
lovers of
haughty,
money,
without self-control,
puffed up with pride.
devotion.
All these things are a beginning of pangs of distress.
Hi, son. I know it's been a long time since we last spoke. Must be something like 6 or 7 years now. I just wanted to call and see how you're doing. Judging by the fact that I got sent to voicemail twice, you must be busy. I know. I'm the last person you expected to hear from. But it's important that we talk. Jehovah's Day is coming, and the time...
She calls me up after all of these years out of the blue, and the first thing she has to say to me is, that?
And how did you feel about that?
Bitch! I think I handled it pretty well.
It sounds like she tried very hard to reach out to you.
She's persistent. Give her that.
It doesn't sound like you think her motives were sincere.
Oh, they were sincere. Just not in the way you might think.
So you don't think it was from a place of love?
Place of love. Now that's just too funny. If you ask me, that woman doesn't know the meaning of the word love.
Wow. This pandemic's freaking her out even more than it did you, hun.
Well, either that or it has her excited. I mean, you know how those JWs are? We're in the last part of the last days, the final part of the last part of the last days. The final moment before the last seconds, any moment now, last days.
That's true. I forgot about that. Come sit, hon. In all seriousness, though, have you thought about speaking to somebody about the anxiety you've been dealing with?
I mean, it couldn't hurt. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah, right. Why do you think your mom's getting a hold of you now all of a sudden, anyway?
She's probably trying to get me to go back to being a Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah, you're not gonna do that, right?
Jehovah's Day is coming.
Craig, you're not seriously considering going back, are you?
What? No. Of course not. Like, how weak do you think I am, Jen? It's a cult. Who in their right mind leaves and goes back to a cult? I mean, come on, give me some credit here.
Hey. I know. I'm sorry. Okay, I would just hate to see you go back. I have been and always shall be your friend. Remember?
I know. I know. And I'm sorry too.
It's okay.
The Taiwan CDC,
Let me see my phone
the
for a
Ministry
second.
of Health, says it is a notifiable communicable disease of the 5th category. COVID-19 is a potential zoonotic disease with low to moderate mortality rate of 2 to 5%. They say that person-to-person transmission may occur through droplet or contact transmission if there is a lack of stringent infection control or no proper personal protective equipment known as PPE is available. This may jeopardize the first-line healthcare workers. Now, currently, there is no definite treatment for COVID-19.
I love you
although
too.
some drugs are under investigation to promptly identify.
It sounds like Jennifer is a very loving woman.
She really is. I mean, she knows what true love is all about.
Do you think she would ever consider coming to the meetings?
They told us that being part of Jehovah's organization would set us free. That organization is the handcuffs that bind us in a living nightmare. Years later, we tell ourselves how glad we are that it's all behind us, that we are free at last. But really, that cult indoctrination stays with us, always trying to make us return to that same prison we escaped from. The handcuffs close on us once again to make us obedient.